Yeah, he's got keys and whatnot in his stuff. Finding out his residence address pretty fucking easy. It's in a fairly modest neighborhood. Like, I don't want to put all my money into one home. I want to own a couple dozen.
So how close is it to where he was running?
It's close enough that if you were on like a 5 or 10 kilometer run, then you would be running in that general area. So
Okay.
maybe he was out jogging and something went, I'll bet he tastes good, and just fucking ran after.
So he was out jogging, a werewolf started chasing him.
Yeah, something like that.
Glowing one.
We gotta get Scott to stop inflating his mic. I'm actually tempted to go back to the shittier microphone.
All right. Shall we go to his residence and have a check it out and see if we can find anything that might give any indication?
Yes. So we're looking for, is this a targeted attack or was he just very unlucky?
Exactly.
No worries. Pretty much the only thing you find of interest in searching his residence is that he does not bother to Control Alt Delete lock his computer before he goes out. It's open, and he's got like this message and stuff.
Okay.
It's on his computer, and there's several like it using the same phrases.
Kill what is natural, then I will kill you. Okay. Oops. Whoa.
Baskerville.
Yes, take a card, Scott. Ha 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 ha.
Mr. Baskerville, your complete lack of respect for nature has upset me. It's upset me so much that when I think of your name, your GMO atrocities, I see red. Someone with my size and strength should not be prodded. I pray we never meet in person. I'm twice your size. How could someone put so much money to such a horrendous GMO atrocity? Your money could do actual good in the world. Instead, you're creating products that were never supposed to exist.
By the way, I think I changed Baskerville to Merriweather and forgotten that it was Baskerville on this handout.
I was wondering that. I was going to say, we might need to go back and speak to Henry. He's made no mention of the fact that his brother's got a different surname to him.
Yeah,
Even
yeah.
or he was doing a venture capitalist for...
Yeah, I'm going to make a note just not to show this handout in the future or alter it.
It's like we need to go to his place of business.
He doesn't have one, though.
Huh?
Actually, he has one that he actually does have one that you discover on his computer, Merriweather Genetics.
I was going to say, because according to his brother, we asked his brother if he had
apparently his brother's not in,
didn't know about.
Yeah, apparently he doesn't know as much about him as he
Brothers don't
thought.
know.
No. Or he just doesn't care. Are you okay? You want to go fox hunting or other rich people stuff? Yes, let's wear monocles and top hats. Cool, that's what we let rich people
Mutant
like.
foxes?
Yeah, and then we'll go out and hunt down poor people. Yay!
I am twice your size. How can someone put so much money into such horrendous GMO atrocity?
Dated February 10th.
Yeah, ignore the month and day. Time is always what we
Does the one below look like it's dated February 10th?
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yes. Well, as you know, internet trolls are, spelling is optional.
Burn basketball genetics. When you least expect it, I will blow up your entire company and everyone connected to it as a direct response to the GMO atrocity. This is not a warming.
Does anybody have computer and computer hacking skills that they would like to?
Not hacking, but I have computer use.
Try it at half. This is for information rather than doing clever shit with the computer.
All right. Yes.
Although it's well beyond McKay's skill, you think that the message doesn't look like it was hidden well as far as the sender and stuff. So you're thinking if you were to get somebody skilled on there, you may actually be able to track this message back.
Okay.
Your guess is, especially with the spelling errors, it was not sent by some slick professional. It was probably sent by angry hippo or something.
Because I was thinking even if we did a search on GMOtrocities and GMOtrocity, we might find some forums or something where somebody uses that term a bit.
Playing Spark of Divinity.
Ooh.
Nice.
Another point in essence.
Oops. Not Baskerville, Merriweather Genetics.
Okay.
The police, the police may or may not employ people in this time period to do that sort of stuff.
You're thinking with all the wild social upheaval going on, the cops are probably worried about different stuff. Like preventing looting and shit like that.
Yeah, that's. But if they've got a computer department, if they've got tech department or whatever.
Yeah. Well, those guys
That's
aren't really great at like preventing looting or keeping people to only buy one giant truck of toilet paper at a time or whatever.
That's right. So they may be able to trace it for us.
Yes.
So were these messages sent to him, or these messages on a board or something?
I think he was receiving personal threats and stuff.
All right.
Because there's nothing better than randomly, anonymously threatening rich people. I think that's the reason Twitter was actually set up. Make it easier to threaten rich people anonymously.
All right. So
I know that's what Scott uses it for. Yeah, no. Nobody here's a computer hacker, huh? All right. Well, yeah, you've got a whole department of people for that.
What? I can try.
Sure.
And then break it.
Well, I was going to say, you may destroy his computer, but, it's not your computer.
Well, for hacking, we don't necessarily need this computer.
He's only got the one.
Yeah. Did we give it a good search to see if there's anything else?
That seems to be pretty much it here. I mean, you've searched the house for suspicious shit and not found anything. It's in like a quiet little neighborhood and stuff. It's the kind of house that the families next door probably say he's a quiet man, kept mostly to himself, that kind of thing. Same way as you do with the serial killer.
So you have to do computer use and then hacking?
Uh-huh.
Could possibly go wrong.
Okay, you know how to use a computer.
Today.
Yeah, it's beyond your skill.
Doesn't work.
Yeah. But you didn't break the computer, so that's something. You know that it's waiting to burst into flame and shit at any wrong keystroke.
I can
Dana?
give it a shot. All right, Dana, if you want a shot at it.
Do I need to do the computer use first?
Yep. Get in and do stuff on it. Yeah, you know how to use a computer, but no, it's beyond your skill. And you guys look at McKay, who's already made his computer use roll, and he just needs to make a hacking roll to make it all go, or make it all go away, depending on the roll. McKay, are you going to try it, or are you just going to stare at it?
Yes. No.
I thought you were just staring at the computer like, getting ready to intimidate it or something like that.
No, I'm going to play a skill plus 10, sorry. And then... just get out of the way.
Here, I'll flip back to the other page. Oh, you've already discarded it. Never mind. Cool.
No, I haven't.
I'll flip to the other page so you can drop stuff.
And I did not make the roll.
Cool. Thank God for that. If the guy from the fucking 1890s or whatever starts making his computer hack and rolls, things have gone seriously off the rails.
Alright, so we shall take the computer back with us and hand it over to the tech people.
Okay, done. You guys loaded into the car. I'm guessing you probably locked back up his place or put a free loot sign on the window. I don't know. Either way.
All right, shall we look up? Oh, we'll hand this over to the lab, get them to look into it, and then did we want to go to this Merriweather Genetics?
Yeah.
So you guys drop off stuff. They tell you it shouldn't take long. Give us an hour or two, and we'll see what we can do. God damn it, stop blowing up computers, Frank. Okay, you guys head over to Merriweather Genetics. It looks like it's a pretty big place it's one of those kind of places that's doing a lot of different shit. After you guys identify yourself and flash some badges and stuff, you get to talk to this doctor here. Her name is Dr. Jane Mortimer. She's showing you around. The most interesting thing that you've noticed is that they do have a dog in a cage with a light switch right next to the cage that is highly suspicious, especially to Scott, who has suspected what all along is going on here.
What sort of dog?
This sort here. Yeah. I don't know what the fuck that is.
Biggish.
Yeah. Not as big as a bear, but...
No, and does it look big enough that from the trail we saw of what was chasing him would have caused?
No. Unless he was going, sideways.
Yeah, so we expect something a bit bigger.
Or he's really good at going sideways fast. I don't know.
So, Dr. Mortimer, are you aware of any threats that Mr. Merriweather was receiving?
Oh, we receive death threats all the time. It's a hazard of the trade.
Okay.
The dog's name is Cornwall, she says.
Sorry, Cornwall?
Cornwall.
Cornwall. Has Cornwall been outside of here?
No.
He doesn't get taken for walks or anything?
Well, no. He's never left the lab because of the experiments going on with him.
Okay. Is the nature of the experiments known at all?
Well, if you don't mind, well, yes. She flips off the light to show you. Yep. See? Yes, he glows green. She says, we've introduced jellyfish DNA to make his skin bioluminescent. He's very sweet. He loved Charles. They used to throw the ball around all the time.
Okay.
If he stays healthy, that means we can introduce other kinds of DNA, resisting cancer, enhanced motor skills, things like that.
Have you received any death threats where someone uses the expression of GMOtrocity?
Oh, yes. We've been getting those threats as well. Our security people have been looking into it.
And have they turned up anything?
Not yet. It's at that point your phone rings, Pete.
Bao speaking.
Wow, take a card for fucking getting the name right and everything. And
You're Gilet.
don't.
Yeah, sorry, Lee.
Scott, take a card.
Your Bao.
Scott, take a card instead. Yeah.
Your
Yeah.
Bao.
No problem. Yeah, she raises an eyebrow as you misidentify yourself and are corrected. It's
One of those days.
Yeah, she shakes her head.
Especially with what's happening in Australia. I've got relatives over there.
Oh, I'm so sorry. She puts her hand on your shoulder to comfort you. It's the guy's like, can you actually hear me? He says on the phone as you're having
sorry.
another conversation.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
He's like,
What have you
hey, it's the computer lab. We've got an address for the guy if you want it.
Yeah. What have you got for me, Zul?
They give you an address.
And a name?
Mr.
Or just an address?
Selden. Apparently, he had his first name surgically removed a few years back.
Thank you. Dr. Mortimer, are you familiar with a Mr. Zeldin?
No.
Sorry, did they say Sheldon or Zeldin?
Selden with an S.
Selden.
C-L-D-O-N.
Yeah.
S-E-L-D, yeah. Are you familiar with a Mr. Selden?
No.
Okay, nice.
Do you have other types of glowy animals here?
No, I'm afraid Cornwall is our only one at this time. We're hoping for more things, but yeah, we're going slow. Slower now that our CEO seems to be dead.
You don't have any... Yeah, okay, so you're nothing bigger than the dog?
No. Scott, move your mic away. We need to get it so it attaches somewhere.
How about now?
Well, yeah, it's good now, but it keeps going. And I don't know why.
All right.
We'll want to get a warrant for the dog before they dispose of it.
Why?
It's the only one.
It's not big enough.
The lady goes, well, I'll show you up.
Empathy.
Thank you.
Crit.
She seems insulted that you guys are whispering in front of her and she cannot hear you.
If you can think of anybody that would want Mr. Merriweather dead, I mean, besides these usual death threats, if you...
I thought you were going to say besides everybody else.
No, I mean, do you know if there's been any, attempted... I'm not sure, is this a private company or is it floated on the stock market?
Oh, no, this is a private company.
All right. Has there been any attempted takeovers? Do you know if anybody's tried to buy it out?
No. Not that I'm aware of. I mean, I'm just the scientist in charge here.
Who's in charge now that Mr. Merriweather is gone?
Not really sure. Probably his brother will inherit this because it was his funding. That's my guess.
It was actually Charles's funding, was it?
Yes. He has a lot
Really?
going on here. I'm guessing will probably be sold,
Sorry,
but I don't know to who.
Sorry. Charles was the one who was the CEO, and it was Henry's funding, I should say.
Well, no,
was
Charles has
CEO
not. Sorry, it's all the dead guy stuff. He was CEO. He owns it. His brother had nothing to do with this place. Had no idea it even existed. Probably didn't give a shit about it.
But then why? Then how do you know that he would inherit?
Because isn't that how it normally works? You know, family inherits. I don't think he was married. I mean, he would have been a good catch, but he just seemed more interested in business.
Or dogs?
Yeah, I mean, he liked the dogs and stuff. Well, the dog might inherit everything. I have no idea. If the dog does, then things might be a bit rough, I guess.
Rough.
Shows you guys out.
Are there any rivals in the field? Anyone who is also
Hundreds.
researching?
Hundreds. Every scientist trying to make the next big breakthrough.
Have you had any break-ins, cyber attacks, corporate espionage?
No.
Has anybody tried to poach you, but you wouldn't leave because you were loyal to Charles, and now that he's gone, you might consider moving on?
Lots of people are trying to get us. I'm pretty sure everybody here gets taken out for dinner a couple of times a month by different companies. It's always good to keep your options open.
Of course.
There's no one person specifically pushing for the company, though.
Do you have security cameras?
Yes.
Have you had people protesting at the front or anything like that?
Yes, constantly.
Can we see your footage?
Of the protesters?
Yes.
Sure. They show you various whack jobs who are like, GMOs are evil and, take down all scientists and literacy should be banned, etc. The usual whack jobs. There's a lot less of them as soon as, Australia fucking went away or died or whatever horrible thing happened to it because they're off protesting the government stealing Australia now. There's still a couple of diehards out there, One of them has the song that says the end is nigh, but he misspelled nigh. A lot of spelling mistakes in the signs. You would think that also the signs look really basic. Nobody uses any glitter or anything like that. I mean, it's criminal.
Is there a employee entrance or?
Yeah, they've got a few. It's a big building. There's a lot of different people and whatnot. They've got different entrances and stuff.
I wanted to see if there's any footage of the dog leaving.
They've got one of those internal yard things. I mean, the lady's not really comfortable with letting you go through all the footage, but you do get to see footage of the guy who died playing ball with the dog in the no access to the outside internal green area. The dog seems super fond of him. It really, really likes him. A lot of licking and shit. Or the dog's just tasting him for later consumption.
It's not Charles.
It's the dead guy who's playing with the dog. Did I say Charles or something?
I was.
Oops. Yeah. He loved. What was the dead guy's first name?
It's Charles.
Is it Charles?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Yeah. Okay, I do have the right name. Yeah.
Okay, so our dead guy.
If the dog killed him, then
alive.
something happened with the fucking dog. Something weird happened with the fucking dog. I mean, it looks like a super good-natured dog and shit like that, and I mean, it's constantly wanting to jump up and lick him, and it could be tasting. Yeah, I don't know how much you know about dogs. But,
How close is the office? The genetics.
And the dog would have to make like a 20 kilometer run to get to the scene of the murder. I mean, it's not terribly far, but not the kind of thing. I mean, that'd be some fucking wild tracking skills on the dog's part.
So I don't notice like Charles sneaking the dog out ever,
or they're not comfortable with letting you run the security tapes without a warrant and stuff to protect them with, but they assure you that the dog has never been out.
No, thank you.
Certainly. And you guys
How about the other secret dog?
They don't even know about it. It's too secret, apparently. Yeah, the huge fucking bear-sized one that constantly froths at the mouth. They can't talk about that.
What about that one?
They should.
Was
Well, you mean
behind it?
you mean Cujo too? Well, he's over there.
Oh, we just thought you wanted to talk about the cute one.
All right, let's go, Mr. Sheldon.
All right.
I keep thinking Sheldon Cooper for some reason, but
you guys head over there. Good news, this guy is closer to the right size. He answers the door and looks like that. He's like, cops, just because I'm on parole doesn't mean you can come and bust my chops whenever you want.
we hear about the death threats you've been making.
Oh, that's for the good of humanity, he says. Come on in.
May we enter, please, sir?
I'm sick of you people coming and asking me about who I'm gonna kill.
Take
I
a
clearly
card.
published it all. What more do you want?
Oh, take a card. I like that. He's got the crazy wall of shit, and he's got all kinds of fucking documents and stuff. It doesn't look like he moves so good. He just sits on his couch and looks at you guys.
I'll look over his crazy wall of shit.
Here's some of the kind of pictures he's got in his crazy wall.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He says, I should be allowed to send death threats to whoever I want.
Well, the law doesn't quite work that way, but
We should change the law. Tell me who I need to threaten to change the law.
Have you got any pictures of something a bit bigger that glows?
Glows? I don't know. I'm sure that they do all kinds of abominations.
Bigger.
Is there a light switch nearby?
Yeah.
Kind of bump into it.
Do you want to just click? The room goes into darkness. Hey, who turned out the lights?
Sorry. Turn it back on.
Obviously, he's not glowing. Yes.
Yeah, no, he fails to glow at all. That would have been fucking funny as shit, though.
That is just him.
He says, I heard about Merriweather's accident. Couldn't have happened to a nicer perverter of science.
Why is that?
Modified GMO foods can make us sick. Modified diseases can wipe us out. Just take a look at the research on my table. Do you think they're the only ones that are making the abominations?
I'll have a look at his research.
According to him, like the big fierce war dog looking thing there comes from a place called Skydyne Systems Incorporated.
Really?
Does that company name sound familiar or something?
Just a bit.
Oh. Yeah, that's how they spell it.
Yes.
So what kind of science do you approve of?
Natural science. Everything should be able to be cured up with candles and aromatherapy.
How's that going for you?
It's a slow process, he says. I'm sure I'm getting better. My wife used it on her cancer.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, she's no longer with us.
Yes. Well, she wasn't praying. It was just her time.
Oh, well,
Or she wasn't praying hard enough.
Yeah.
Or she didn't donate enough money to the right church. Or...
What's a church?
Damn it, I forgot about that. No religion.
I'm pretty sure she's never prayed on anybody in her life, short as it was.
Her or her life?
Yes. I do like the short ones, he says.
Tell us more about Skydyne Systems.
It's a big company and stuff. They're developing all sorts of new horrors and such.
Where are they headquartered?
Here in Chicago. There, I've got some of their business cards I managed to get given.
Thank you.
Certainly. Yeah, if you're going to go there and arrest them, anything I can do to help would be great. In fact, on this map, he pulls out a laser pointer. If you go on the parkway here, you can get over it.
Have you, through your extensive research, heard of any of these GMO ostriches on the loose?
They're constantly among us. And worse. I've even heard that they're starting to experiment with a new kind of aircraft. Possibly the same ones that took out Australia, although these are round and stuff. They're shaped like flying saucers. One was spotted out in one of the suburbs. And they're also starting to experiment on people. Over in Shermer, he shows you a different thread that goes off. It's another county here in Illinois. People have been disappearing. That's because the government is taking them off for experimentation.Ey're making them eat some sort of drought-resistant rice that causes them to have their internal organs collapse. And
so nothing
on
to do with
some,
the vampires or the hell
on some of them, that kind of drought-resistant rice even causes all their blood to leave their body through 2 holes in their neck. Don't laugh at my theories. You'll see that I'm right.
Right. You ever go over to the company and protest or?
I don't like standing up, he says.
Oh.
I just send them a strongly worded, mildly worded suggestion.
Have Skydyne or any of the other companies have done any research in regards to animals that can glow in the dark or shine like a lantern?
Probably. I've also heard about them working on some sort of new bugs that have laser eyes and they can burn through ships. It's all in order to keep us away from the edges of the world. Stop laughing at me, he says. You'll see that I'm right. As soon as you try to get close to Australia, boom, they dispatch a tsunami at you. That's why this is all happening, because there is no Australia. There never was.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's a legend like Atlantis.
He nods. He says, well, you should listen to her. She knows what she's talking about. you ladies will excuse me, I have to get back to certain deeds.
Done dirt cheap.
Oh, free actually. Yeah.
Yeah. Take him in.
Huh?
Nah.
I don't want to go anywhere. I like this place.
You can't be
Thank you for your time.
making
Good,
death
goodbye.
threats.
I can kill as many. I mean, never mind.
Make more threats. We'll be back.
All right. He says
down
he
to the
opens the
station.
door for you.
Don't leave
a-
town.
I won't. I live here. Besides, you're not able to get out of town. The force fields keep you in.
I leave.
All right. You guys leave town. It's from all the driving around and stuff. It's getting pretty late. The sun looks like it's getting ready to go down, and you guys are kind of hungry, like super hungry.
Find a nice Chinese buffet.
No problem. You guys go to a nice Chinese restaurant, and the people there all assume you speak Mandarin. Give me a Mandarin roll.
Yeah, I was wondering what you were doing there.
I'm not sure what your end game is here, but go for it. They all come up. Oh, everybody's really nice and shit. They seem to recognize you too. Cool. Yeah. Glenn, you found out Glenn's end game. He actually just wanted to. Right. He talks to him for a bit. You guys just sit there and smile and nod. And he ends up ordering the food and everything.
Kung Pao chicken, Szechuan chicken, General's chicken.
Yeah.
All of the chickens.
Just bring me a dead chicken. Yeah. No problem. Yeah, they sit there. Glenn, most of what they're saying is completely going over your head as they just sit there and babble at you. One pulls out like pictures of some fucking kid you've never seen and showing them to you and stuff. And, you know, hours go by. You guys are eating, the restaurant employees come out and they're sitting around all babbling in a different language that nobody speaks worth of shit. And it's a lot of like nodding and smiling going on right now. And eventually they go back to what they're doing, and there's no bill or anything. And, you know, everybody waves to you as you guys are like finally escaping. It's sundown and what, or past sundown. It's a ways past sundown. And then you're getting a fucking call on your phone there, Pete.
The computer.
Don't answer it.
Does it come up as a number that's in the phone with a name?
It is not in the phone.
Oh.
Lay here.
It's Henry. There's something out there. It's glowing. It's an animal. It's on 4 legs. Oh my God! I think it's in the house.
Only you had a pit trap. Right. Yes, you do.
What?
Your
I
swimming
haven't got
pool
time to
is
dig a
empty.
pit trap. Are you
Get
crazy?
get on the other. Where is it? Near the swimming pool, or is it on the other side of the house?
I can get over to the swimming pool. Yeah.
Yep. Put the swimming pool between you and it. It's a giant pit trap.
Oh God, that's brilliant. He says. You hear him like hurrying off. Right. It's breaking down the door. Holy shit.
All right. We'll be there as soon as we can. Yeah.
All right. No problem. You guys, Glenn, with your critical drive roll earlier, I don't need a roll. Does anybody want to do anything special while you're going fast, though?
Stick my head out the window and pant? No.
Lights and sirens.
There you go. Take a card. I wasn't sure if you'd remember you had those. Okay. Yeah. Woo! I gotta drive fast. It's all legal, motherfuckers. Yeah. Okay, and Pete, refill your hand for coming up with a really fucking clever pit trap.
Well, sorry, but as soon as when you described the scene initially and say, there's a pool with a cover, but it's empty of water, I made a note of that for there's something up with that. That's going to come up later. That's called a Chekhov swimming pool.
It's full of glowing dogs.
No problem. You guys are speeding over there and whatnot. Ironically, driving near Skydyne as you go past. And yes, Chekhov's swimming pool. That's. I like having like little subtle things in there as you go. But when you get there, you discover that the dog is not quite what you were expecting. And yes, it is trapped conveniently in the Chekhov swimming pool. It looks like that.
It looks like a fat man with a walking stick. No.
Under him.
It was him.
All this time.
It's like a box.
Yeah, here's some closer view pictures of it, although you're not getting closer right now. It seems to be fucking trapped conveniently in the Chekhov swimming pool.
All right, so it's one of those mechanical dogs, although it looks like a poor Hollywood mock-up of what they really look like.
Okay.
Yes. Well, I don't think Hollywood has the money to actually get a real one.
A robot with a hologram
Have you seen what some of them look like? Yes. Yeah, exactly. How, or does it have glow? Does it glow
it's the engine stuff is glowing, and the growling is actually like the engine noises it's making. Right, exactly.
Huh.
Well, I'm sure whoever built, well, unless somebody built this in their backyard, I'm sure we'll find patents or labels or something on it indicating who made it, because that sort of stuff would, if they're one of the groups working on that sort of stuff.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you realize at this point you have no other good option for getting it to stop attacking than to send Dana in there to beat it to death with her fists.
Does it seem to be running an internal combustion engine or like a electric
Batteries,
motor?
you're guessing. Yeah. It'd be cooler if it was steam powered, but no, you're thinking batteries.
I say, hey, does magic work here?
Yes.
The guy that you're with is like looking in the pool. He looks at you guys expectantly. He goes,
And any idea why somebody would send this after you?
"No, should we call animal control?"
I want this.
I'm so tempted to backhand him now.
I'm just imagining some nervous guy with a net.
All right, so somebody, this is more than likely what, I'm assuming from the size, dimensions of it, looks like what we suspect caused the Trail of Destruction.
Yeah, pretty damn certain.
It fits a drunken hobo.
Yeah, this could be a frothing squirrel, I guess, if you were fucked up enough and had the DTs.
Yeah.
I mean, Kinley's seen a lot
Going
worse
like a
than he's
lantern.
having the DTs.
All right, so if your brother was dead and then you died...
Oh, God, he says. Oh, God, he says.
Yeah.
So you think God's after you? And who is this God you keep mentioning?
Oh, good point. He goes, oh, gosh, oh, golly. Yeah, big card, Pete. Yeah, he says, I suppose my cousin Roger Stapleton, he works over at Stapleton Innovations.
Roger. And what does Stapleton Innovations do?
They make a bunch of like stuff for the government, you know, electronics and stuff, war machines, things like that.
War machines.
Yeah, it looks dog like that. He says,
Yes. And sorry, is he your cousin or something, or?
That's right.
I look around. Are there any vehicles that seem to be doing surveillance around here?
No, none at all. Take a card for bothering to look around, as everybody else is staring at the swimming pool.
Is your cousin stupid?
No, he's really, really smart, actually.
So...
Do you want me to set up a meeting with him?
Well, not quite yet. I'm just perplexed as to
If something happened to him, who'd be?
Yeah, exactly right.
If he
I'm
was
not
in
sure.
jail.
I'm not
That's
sure on.
exactly what I
He
was
doesn't have any
thinking.
heirs.
I was going to say Dana. That's Hugh. 'Cause
Yes.
The question. Well, that's exactly what I was thinking, because this is like, oh look, it's Stapleton Innovations who did this. Which who would want to?
I've
Who
always
would
gotten
want
along
to?
really well with my cousin. I can get him on the phone or have him come over if you want. I mean, he might be able to turn this thing off.
Yeah, get him over.
Sure.
I just find it just perplexed as to.
He
I'm
says,
very surprised that
I shouldn't tell him anything. Just have him come over right away, emergency. Right.
Yeah.
He makes the call here because he's got his, I'm panicked, I'm going to call the cop's cell phone. It's like, yeah, get over
I
here
ask you
quick.
to go in the house, sir, for your safety.
I'm on the phone.
Yeah.
So he tells his cousin, he's apparently close enough to his cousin where he's like, it's me, get over here quick, no time to explain, hurry. And then he goes, okay, and hangs up. What were you saying, he says?
Can I ask you to go in the house for your own safety?
Certainly. He goes to the house. He feels safer now. He's looking out at you guys from the inside the house, and next to a glass door, just in case there's a sniper. He shows him with his face pressed up against. You can almost see a crosshair.
Can you put it back to the card thingy so I can do some card stuff, because I haven't done the refill yet?
Yeah.
I have a victory. Does anybody have a whole or a whatever card?
Lock it in.
Lock it in, thank you.
No.
Does somebody have space to hold the victory card?
I'm going to play my Insta-Hero that I got, but we weren't on the card sheet.
Have you got a trash card to get rid of to take the victory?
Oh yeah, I've got a nada.
All right, I'll pass it to you then. Toss the nada. Does anybody want pick one lock, which is no roll required? You get a check in lock picking, takes D4 combat rounds to pull off. Actually, I should keep that and just play it. I'll go and pick his office. Just to get the tick. Anybody want analyze device? I play analyze device on the dog.
Yeah.
You're thinking that it's closer to a robot pack animal than to like a robot donkey than a robot dog. It's probably made to carry like heavy gear for soldiers in the combat. Yeah.
Okay. Does it have cameras or anything like that? As in, if somebody was remote controlling it, would they actually be able to see it fell into the pool?
No, you're thinking it's a fire and forget. Like, this is your target. Go get him, boy.
So is it a donkey or not a donkey then?
Well, donkeys can be trained to go kill people.
So
It's rough training.
and, try to make it go haywire, and then jump down there and try to drain the battery.
Well, if Roger Stapleton turns up, presumably he'll be able to. He'll know how to turn it off.
Yeah.
I don't
Unless
think
you wanna
that
try-
we should go in there.
Unless you want to try casting a spell because you want to cast a spell.
It shows the guy who brought you into the case just staring it through the window at you guys.
I've got to
think
play
we should-
immediately.
Stay out of a blast range.
I have a play immediately, which is if the full group. If there are 3 or more players,
Yay.
everyone draw a card.
Everyone draw a card.
Yay.
Yep. And I also have a Dreamlands. Since this is not Dreamlands, I'll discard and redraw a card. And then, right.
while you guys do your cards, grab something. More drink.
And then I get the extra card Logan said to draw after doing the refill. Right.
Anybody want assistant plus 10?
I could trade you an assistant plus 10. Yeah, I've got I've got a D4. No, actually, let me have a check. Do either you, well, I've got an intimidate plus 20 if either of you wants that. Otherwise, I'll take. I'll get rid of the D4 damage and take the assistant plus 10.
Okay.
So yeah, I've got 2 assistant plus 10s. So if you want me to add 10 to your rolls, let me know.
Okay. So how deep is the pool?
Done with cards?
Yep.
Have you talked Scott out of jumping down there or casting spells at it?
How deep is the pool?
Not all that deep, actually. I mean, it's deep enough. It's in the deep end right now. So just imagine how deep the deep end of the pool is.
More than 2 meters?
Yeah.
When this guy comes, do all of us want to be standing right here? Maybe I'll go to the cabana house. Ready to
sniper rifle.
strike. Well, I don't have one, but that's the thought.
And you see him. Hi.
Case closed.
Right. He shows up. The guy comes out of the house to his safety second, bringing his cousin with him. And the cousin looks confused and hastily dressed. And he looks like that. He says, "Holy shit, what's that doing in there?"
That's what we were wondering. You could tell us.
Hold on a second.
Have you got some way of deactivating it?
In the car. I hate the hiccups. He goes to his car. He comes back with a bunch of tools and stuff, and he tinkers around and pretty much makes a clicker thing, and then clicks it out like a garage door opener. And it goes, "Mirror." And he goes, "Huh. Weird. We had 10 of these built.
Right.
One of them, we chipped, this is Gus, by the way, he points at the murderous thing. We chipped it to the Army Proving Ground, but they said that he never arrived, so maybe this is Gus.
How long ago was that?
5 weeks.
So number 5 is alive?
Card. He stares at you.
Is there serial number? I'm assuming if you ship Navy, it's Army, sorry. They have serial numbers, patent numbers, or whatever on it, so we'd be able to tell if this is Gus number 5 that went missing.
No, it's 5 weeks ago. Gus doesn't have a number. It's just Gus.
So there was 10 of them. One of them went missing. One of them went missing 5 weeks ago.
Sure, we'll call it number 5 then. Okay, fine. Whatever you want.
Gus
Who
number
are you
5 who
people,
went
anyway?
missing. Police.
Oh,
Gus number 5 who went missing 5 weeks ago. I'm assuming that when you reported it to the police, you would have given them the serial number, so we'll be able to cross-check to see if this is the missing one.
we ordered not to. Some government agents came out and did interviews, and that was the last we heard from them. The entire project is classified.
I see.
Yeah. Well, you know, when you work for the government.
Yes. How easy is... Who would know how to operate Gus, is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, I do.
Besides just... Yes. So
The
besides
scientists that
yourself,
work
who
for
is
me.
so besides yourself, who you do understand that this was sent after your cousin, and if your cousin
What?
had been killed, how do you think it got here?
I don't know. That's why I asked. How did it get here? That was my first question.
It appeared someone
What?
had sent it. Somebody had sent it at your cousin.
Holy shit! He goes and hugs his cousin, or he's trying to fucking bear lock him into fucking suffocating. I'll finish the job.
Anyway.
He says, "That's amazing."
What's that?
I just don't understand